welcome to Caffeine Fix PHX.
Our whole mission is to bring awareness to the bully breed. I am as misunderstood as a pit bull without my coffee, but we try to stay dog-centric as possible. It's kind of just our fun little niche. So we try to stay dog-centric and kind of tie in the region of the flavors or some kind of personality or aesthetic to a breed to the flavor.
Dogs and coffee, how do the two go together? Well, it makes perfect sense at Brew Co. And today we soar out to Arrowhead Ranch to find out about this perfect pairing.
Awesome. So I'm Tabitha Wall. I am co-owner of Brew Co. based out of Phoenix, Arizona. We have a little shop set up inside of Salon Suites in Glendale. So if you make it over to our hidden corner of the world, we'll be sure to surprise you.
You're multifaceted because you have a central location here in Glendale, right off the 101 at 51st Avenue. Right. Real convenient on and off access. It's kind of nice. And then you also do farmers markets, and you're developing a truck too.
Correct. So we actually got our start doing cold brew coffee in farmers markets about 3 years ago. So we currently do 3 every week. We're up in Anthem every Sunday, Mamo's Organic Market in Peoria every Saturday, as well as Pinnacle Peak at the water park. So if you're on the west side or upper west side, it's really convenient to find us every week. Then we were blessed to get this space. It kind of happened by accident and took over the truck project that we were working on at the time, and now we're back to the truck. So hoping to go mobile in the next 6 months. It's
still going to come. So is that part of the plan to be everywhere?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Kind of be everywhere. We currently have a wait list for corporations that want us to come and kind of serve up some coffee, sling around some espresso during the day. But that's the hope for the truck, actually get the espresso out on the road. Everyone knows us for our cold brew, but not yet the espresso.
Let's talk about your cold brew. Sure. That's kind of your specialty.
So our specialty is a low acidic cold brew. It's very, very smooth on the palate, very gentle on the stomach. So our specialty is roasting at high altitude at a slow roast. So we lower that temperature and do it for a longer period of time. And if you actually see and touch our beans, those oils are retained and it's such an even product. And then of course that cold brew process again helps with that acidity level being low. So it's all about the belly for us.
Absolutely, and you perfected it too with the type of beans that you select and the way you process. Talk about the process. What does that entail?
The process is, we call him the Stig. He's our roaster. He's in Colorado, and he's absolutely amazing. So that part is just a proprietary roasting method that we use for that. And we entrust him to that. Like I said, Bully Brew itself has been a great big accident. We kind of did it selfishly for our own reasons, and then people got a hold of it and they took it. All of our loyal followers are why we are where we are today.
That's fantastic. Let's talk about some of your drinks. We're drinking the Sholo right now.
Yes, this is the Sholo.
That's why I'm drinking it hot, because it's spicy and good.
It is spicy. It's got a little bite to it.
It does. It's great. I love it.
So this particular one is our take on a Mayan mocha. So we do an espresso infused syrup. We started doing, instead of doing creamers, now we reduce them into syrups. So it's espresso infused with dark mocha, some cayenne pepper, so you get a little kiss of heat on the back end, and then we finish with some cinnamon, so you get that sweet coming back into the palate too.
And we can't overlook the Blue Healer.
Oh, the Blue Healer's still there. The Blue Healer's still there. So that one is our blueberry, rosemary, cardamom, and I like to compare that one to adult Fruity Pebbles. No one really knows what Fruity Pebbles taste like. They know it's kind of citrusy, kind of sweet, so that's kind of where we swoop that one in there, and it might actually retire for spring.
And hey, why don't we make a drink? You pick it.
Yeah. I'll do a keto one for the keto folk out there.
Hey,
How
that's
does that
great.
sound? Yeah, we'll
awesome.
do keto.
So what is that?
So that one is going to stay, and it is called the Spaniel. We do have a secondary flavor coming to the menu in spring. Hallelujah. But we will do the Spaniel. So that one is, people compare it to cinnamon dolce. It is our take on a vanilla sticky bun flavor. So it's completely sugar-free, and people seem to really gravitate towards it a lot. And there is a Spaniel.
You do change your menu on a kind of a seasonal basis. Talk about the process there. I know you put a lot of thought into it.
It does. So I feel like sometimes it's almost like I don't get to enjoy it to its full capacity. Obviously, I'm personally obsessed with the Sholo. Blue Healer was my favorite before the Sholo. And we start, so as soon as that one menu rolls out, we're already working on next season. And for us, my husband and I being Chicagoans and foodies, we take a lot of inspiration from patisseries, desserts, different flavor fusions from different places that you wouldn't expect. Do some research on what flavor fusions are coming in and going to be the next big thing. So we try and keep ahead of it and keep on with current cuisine as much as possible.
what's behind Bully Brew, the name itself?
So our whole mission is to bring awareness to the bully breed. Our patrons actually chose that name. They've been involved every step of the way. Our early adopter team, they're kind of like our board of directors, if you will, kind of behind the scenes when we want to float new ideas. We kind of float them to those guys first. But we try to stay dog-centric as possible. It's kind of just our fun little niche. And whenever I name a creamer, I try and think, for instance, we have the Basenji coming out, and that is an Asian more breed dog, and that one's Thai spice. So when that one comes out, we decided to tie the Basenji to that. The Golden Doodle is our salted caramel, so I kind of thought the coat of the Golden Doodle, and they're so sweet. They're just such sweet dogs. Who doesn't love a Golden Doodle? So we try to stay dog-centric and kind of tie in the region of the flavors or some kind of personality or aesthetic to a breed to the flavor. And it helps the people remember it too.
Very unique. Let's switch gears here because I do want to talk about the uniqueness of your main location. You're in a salon.
We're in a salon.
How did that happen? And is this a good kind of synchronicity?
It actually is. So it's kind of like Cheers in here, which I really appreciate. So the guy that had this space before, he was a lovely gentleman. It used to be called My Hidden Bistro, and it was a total God thing. I came in to get my hair done. They were retiring. I'm like, I want this space. And the building owner happened to be here that day, Kim. She's lovely. And she's like, but you have to do food. And I was like, well, if a foodie can't figure out food, then I don't know what I'm doing here. So we kind of had a waiting period there, and then it was fast, full speed ahead. We got the phone call that the space was available. It's really neat because there's 40 suites in this building. So the building itself is really deceiving, but we have 40 suites, about 1 to 3 guys and gals in each suite working. Every single door that you see is an independent business, which is beautiful. But the one thing that Bully's been able to bring, in addition to our people coming in and filling the businesses also feed Bully as well. So we have our own patrons coming in, and then they're getting hooked up with wonderful service providers. There's a cute little boutique here too, so they kind of come and hang, which is nice. You know, it's not super large enough to create that third space that we want to do down the line, but it works really well for now.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a fascinating concept because most people would overlook the thought of I want to have, you know, a retail space, and the fact that you're in with all of these other businesses that have all this foot traffic coming in.
We stay busy. Every mom knows, like in a place where you can go get a cute outfit, your hair done, a massage, maybe your nails if you want, and then some coffee, like it is a hole-in-one for women.
It's a done deal. Hey.
Totally.
Why coffee? Why'd you go this direction?
For me personally, so my husband, obviously he's not here. His name is Nate. He's wonderful. If you're at the market scene, you see him all the time. But for me personally, my granddad had me drinking coffee since I was a tiny tot. And even though at that time it was more milk than coffee, it was our tradition. And he was a really important person in my life. So when he passed away, I was kind of in between this transition of, do I go back to corporate? What do I want to do? And I wasn't really sure. And it's like he guided me. He's guided every step of the process. And I know he's so proud.
That's awesome.
I'm going to get emotional.
Well, that would probably be a good stopping point then, because we don't want to bring you to tears.
No, I'm good.
But thanks so much for taking the time.